Lately, I've been getting up super early, even on Saturdays. I don't know why I have so much energy that early in the morning, but I just really like the morning. I would much rather have some free time in the morning than in the evening, so I'm up by about 6 every day and I'll do some cleaning, shuffle around a bit, and write in my journal. For breakfast, I'll usually make some sweet potatoes, maybe some oatmeal or toast. And I also eat a lot of eggs lately, either boiled, fried, scrambled, any way you can make eggs. I try to give myself a little bit of variety. But basically, it's just important for me to get enough protein every day. I was thinking about hiring a maid to do my cleaning, but I decided I would rather just do it myself. It's kind of therapeutic for me to do it, even though I don't do it enough. Um, my kitchen is really small, so it gets dirty pretty quickly. So I have to mop it consistently. I don't know why I really do enjoy eating a big breakfast. It's actually probably my biggest meal of the day. And I just noticed such a difference when I put more effort into it and eat more during this time. I just feel a lot better when I go to work or move into the next phase. Now I want to give you a little tour of my apartment. I recorded this video with the microphone, but the microphone wasn't working, so I'm going to voice over it. This is the living room. I have a cover on my couch. It's just a big piece of upholstery that I bring to every apartment that I move into, and I have my own cushions. I have this nice one that looks like a steamed bun, and I have some other ones on there as well. This is my desk. It goes up and down. Standing desk, and I have a laptop and my big monitor on there. This is the TV that I rarely use, but it's there if I need it. It's a cozy little living room space, and there's a good shelf under the TV where I can put a lot of stuff. I mostly just put funny things there, like this expensive teacup that I bought in Jingdezhen, China's famous pottery town. And I also have a random statue from an anime that one of my past coworkers gave to me as a gift, and some other doodads. But that's basically the living room. It's kind of small, but I actually like how cozy it is. I was able to negotiate a great price for the rent on this place. The dining area has pendant lights over it, which gives a really nice, warm feeling. And the landlord gave these orange chairs, which go nice with the apartment, but my only complaint is that they are a bit small. But I think everything's small because I'm like way too tall. Anyways, the kitchen is a good sized kitchen for an apartment in China, which is nice because I've been cooking most of my own food. Those are my magnets from all the places I've traveled to. And I love how big the fridge is in this kitchen because my last two apartments had tiny little fridges that were not that good for anything, and I always packed. So I could buy a lot more groceries. I can stock up a bit more, which is really nice in this apartment. Here's my air fryer, my microwave. Both of them have dials, no buttons, so it's just completely mechanical timers and temperature control, which I love. And then my 2 burner gas stove, must have. My last apartment didn't have gas, so I'm just enjoying it. And then let's move into the bathroom. The bathroom is small, but it works. It has nice fixtures, and like the tile is all pretty new as well, so I'm not complaining. The apartment's in really good condition. The toilet is right next to the shower, and I installed a curtain on the wall by myself. It has a suction cup that holds it onto the wall. And then the mirror has a good sized cabinet. My roommate makes a mess of it. the sink, and a suction cup shelf that I stuck on the wall with my hair dryer, a light that kills bugs, and all of the creams and potions. But yeah, mostly bathrooms in China just have like the toilet next to the shower's open. They don't really have like the fancy glass walls as much like we have in America. I really like this floor to ceiling window. It allows nice natural light in the mornings when I'm sitting on the couch reading. And on into the bedroom, I chose the color that bothered me the least, and that was like this light brown colored sheets. I don't know why, but that's what I gravitated towards. I love this balcony area. It's a good place for me to hang dry my clothes, store some shoes and other goodies. I'm gonna get more plants out here. I also have a washing machine and a small dryer here and a sink for cleaning stuff, so that's nice. And I put some stools there so I can sit and look at my phone or read on the balcony in the morning. That green thing's the dryer. I really like my view here. The sunlight comes really nicely into the apartment in the morning, so it helps me wake up and get into the flow of things every day. And maybe that's why I'm waking up so early lately. I also really like that there's plenty of wardrobe space and a place on top to store some stuff. It really makes a big difference to have extra storage when you're in such a small apartment. And this is what the living space looks like coming out of the bedroom. That door back there is where my roommate is staying. I don't need to have a roommate. The place is actually really cheap, but I just enjoy having another person in the house because I come from a really big family, and so it's important to keep things lively. Otherwise, it's too quiet and boring, and I can't really deal with that. It's depressing for me. But that's all for the apartment tour, guys. Thank you for coming through it with me. Let me know if you have any suggestions for my living space. So guys, that's my apartment. I love it. It's great. I'm hoping to stay here for a while and shift gears now and talk a little bit about phone addiction. Okay, so about a year ago, when I had gotten comfortable in my job, I decided I didn't want to spend so much time scrolling on social media. We weren't really prepared in our lifetime for how fast technology changed and developed. A lot of us kind of grew up during the time when iPhones were coming out and all these apps are being shoved in our face, and for 99% of people it's really become a big system of oppression. So I decided I really wanted a way to opt out of that. So I looked into some different options and I discovered the Opal app, okay? And I really like this app a lot for a lot of reasons. Opal is beautifully designed. It lets you block your apps according to a schedule and also according to a time limit. And it allows you to make it so you can't open your apps when you don't want them to be opened. So if you can't resist opening social media apps, if you scroll impulsively, this is a really good thing for you to consider because it's saved me a lot of time. It's allowed me to rediscover a lot of my hobbies and open up my brain. Because when you are looking at trash content on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube or wherever, your brain might be closed off. It's important to prioritize high quality content consumption, reading, creativity, all these things, rather than mindless scrolling. So I got the Opal app and I reinstalled the app today, and I want to show you how I'm going to schedule some of my sessions. I have the list of sessions here. I have a session for waking up in the morning when my brain is warming up for the day. I have a session for morning work. I have a session for afternoon work. I have a little break in the afternoon and then another session until the end of the workday. I have a session after dinner in the gym. And then I have a session to wind down before bed. And between these sessions, I give myself a little snack or a little chance to peek at the apps. But I'm not letting myself peek at them whenever I want to, especially during the hours when I'm trying to be super productive. And what I've found is that this really allows me to focus and have a clearer brain and be more mindful and present and engaged in social situations. So it's something that I really like. You can also just make a session when you need to, like if you are at an event with friends or you are taking some time to work on something and you really just want to focus, you can just schedule a session. And what I love about the sessions is they have different difficulties. So let's go ahead and schedule one right now, okay? And so I need to remake a recurring session for waking up in the morning, okay? So Monday through Friday, actually 7 days a week, I'm gonna go from 5:30 a.m. is when I try to be out of bed. It's usually between 5:30 and 6 a.m. But during this time, I don't want to be on social media until 7:50 a.m. And that's about when I am in the middle of breakfast, 7:50 a.m. So it's really important to let your brain warm up and cool down at the beginning and the end of the day. So you don't want to be on social media during that time because it's not good for your brain and that can ruin your whole day. It really can. So I'm going to have that blocked, and it's going to block the apps from my block list, okay? And I'm going to set the difficulty to deep focus, so I won't be able to unlock Opal during that time. So there's no way I can get on Instagram, there's no way I can mindlessly scroll through the news when I am in one of these scheduled sessions, okay? So I'm going to name this one Brain Warm Up. Let's see if we can find a brain emoji for that. Perfect. Okay, and deep focus. You can't take breaks or end the session early, and we're going to hit save. All right, let's make another session. I'm just going to do a few to show you guys. Afternoon work. So from 1:30 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, from 1:30 p.m. until 3:45 p.m. I am not going to be on my phone. I'm going to be focusing at my job, being productive. Okay, and we're going to give this one a, let's see, timeout difficulty, which is kind of the medium difficulty level. It means you can take breaks. So, brain warm up, my event, I'm going to edit the name to afternoon work. A lot of flexibility in this app, guys. It's so nice. Like the UI is so well designed. I promise it's worth the money. Give you a briefcase. And if you go on vacation, they have a vacation mode, so you can temporarily disable your sessions if you go on a trip or if you have a day off or something like that. And it automatically set up a weekend Zen session from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Saturday, Sunday. I think that's nice. I think I would keep that. But yeah, I really like Opal. I think it's really special that it allows you to set a timer to disable apps. For example, you want to unlock Instagram. Okay, you've opened Opal to unlock Instagram, but you're going to have to wait for 30 seconds before you can actually unlock Instagram. And what that does is it allows you to ask yourself, do I really want to be on Instagram right now? Do I really want to be on X right now? Is this what I need to be doing? It allows you to think about what you're doing rather than just doing it. And that has been a beautiful way for me to end the vicious cycle. So I hope everyone will try Opal. It's really changed my life, and they did not sponsor this video. I just wanted to share this with you guys because I think it can really make a difference in a lot of people's lives. It's expensive, but it's worth the investment, and if you are impulsive like me, I promise you'll earn the money back. So really consider getting that on your phone, guys. Next part of the video, we are going to go into the city and do a little bit of exploring. Excited for that. We're going to go to a little art market and a park. It's kind of a rainy day today, so let's go. Alright guys, so change of plans. The art market is like way out there, so I'm gonna go on a little hike instead, and I'm just basically out for the rainy day vibes. I'm going to a place close to Westlake, which is a really famous place in Hangzhou. Really beautiful. If you ever get the chance, you should travel and see. I also want to say that setting up Opal is something I've been putting off for like the last few weeks, and I definitely was noticing that it was affecting my productivity not having the app set up properly. So I'm really glad that I decided to go ahead and get that done. A video is a good reason to do that because I know it's going to allow me to focus more on work, on my hobbies, rather than those apps. So everyone, download Opal, set it up. No regrets.觉得王爷车这边怎么样？跟其他城市相比来说哈，
其他城市
啊，
其他城市我也没跑过，我主要是刚开始来我就在杭州跑。
杭州人吗？
不是，我家湖北。
湖北。武汉。
不到武汉。
OK。
去过武汉？
去过。也是很好的地方。
武汉跟杭州一样，生活节奏太快了，
是吧？武汉企业应该没有杭州多吧？
有些，其实如果说就业环境的话，武汉确实没有杭州环境好。
好吧，杭州是很不错的城市。So now it's time to go have some noodles. So we're gonna go to this place I tried with my friend before that I really like. This is the place in Hangzhou. It's called the Little Dog Noodle House, 小狗面馆. Highly recommend. After my lunch, it was time to go for a little hike, a little stroll around some scenic areas. I randomly found this one I wanted to go to on the map that looked pretty interesting. And it's pretty close to some very famous areas in Hangzhou. So I wanted to go see if it was anything special, just a pretty spontaneous plan, really. And so I rode a bike from the restaurant to make my way to the gate of the scenic area. Along the way, I found a botanical garden, and it was very beautiful. Boardwalks are just so nostalgic for me. Like, walking over the plants is always just such a special feeling, don't you guys think? Ever since I was little, I've been obsessed with plants and sea animals and water. Look at the cute little circle leaves. That is just fantastic, you guys. I am so lucky to be here. I wonder if I'll see any frogs. That would just make my day. Very peaceful. Lots of vibes. If it would just start raining, that would be perfect. I love the architecture too. It works really well with the natural environment. And I'm not even mad that there's these big power lines, that's what they're called, here, because it's just still stunning. I mean, obviously it would be nicer without them, but what kind of world do we live in, right? Hard to believe that I'm still right in the middle of the city. Water lilies are bumping, as you can see, just popping out. Love to see it. Reminds me of my school campus that also used to have water lilies. It's beautiful.
Wow, 这个蝴蝶，这个蝴蝶。
他们在打架，
不是打架，
那是什么？
玩，
蝴蝶怎么可能要玩？
怎么不玩？公蝴蝶、母蝴蝶不玩。你看这个好玩哟，哦吼，哦吼，
好漂亮的蝴蝶呢。
哎，对对对，
Butterflies are
跑了跑了，
dancing together.
哎，给它过了，
Kind of interesting.
跑了跑了跑了。
Ferns. Cute maple leaves. So I just really like to come out by myself sometimes because it allows me to be a lot more spontaneous when I'm not worried about another person getting bored or not. So I just came out of that park with the pond, and now look what's here. It's this crazy looking art museum. Didn't even know it existed, but we're gonna go have a look inside. So actually one of my favorite architectural features on any building, and especially common in brutalist style architecture, is cement bound by wood planks. If you look closely, it looks like wood. You can see the strips where there was wood layered on the cement. It's really pretty. And here we have a koi pond. Check it out. Everyone trying to get their Instagram shots. Inside the museum was very nice. It was tidy. There were some beautiful paintings in there, a lot of portraits, original work, oil paintings, and some photographs as well. I found that the museum existed as a place for people to come take photos, like for social media, you know? So that's kind of a recurring theme throughout the whole museum. It's kind of corny. This painting looked a lot like Katara from Avatar: The Last Airbender with the hair loopies. And then this baby laying down is kind of cute. I like the cement walls, very brutalist. That's one of my favorite architecture styles. I'm not sure why. A lot of historical figures like soldiers, politicians, stuff like that. I always like looking at old photos. It's really interesting to see what life was like in China a long time ago. The model of the museum is really cool to see as well. I noticed it had these funny looking skylights on the top from the model, and then I looked right up on the ceiling and realized that there was one in this room. So that was kind of fun. But isn't it always a joy to walk into an unusual building? I guess this place is really good for taking photos. All right, we're at the next place and I need to go buy a ticket. Here's my ticket and we're gonna go on in. Wow, look at the trees. It's amazing. Tower is pretty too. Oh my gosh, look at the lily pads. They're perfect. I'm obsessed. Have been obsessed with lily pads since I was a kid, but where I'm from, they don't have lily pads, so happy to be here. Somebody brought their kid here with the water gun. Let's hope we don't get shot. I don't know if you can see, but there's a waterfall back there and it looks like it just looks like a painting, guys. Can't make this up. We got our koi fish. All right. I successfully found the vibes, you guys. The vibes did not disappoint. Perfect. A little crowded, but I'm not complaining. There's a guy up there carrying a bunch of bottles. What is he doing? Okay guys, I figured out why that guy was carrying bottles up the hill. It's because there's a spring and people are filling the bottles with drinking water. And I have a bottle here, so I am gonna take some. Alright guys, I got the magic water of the Hongyi Shrine Tiger Run Forest Park. And I am excited to drink it and be refreshed by the minerals. I have to say that's like the best water I've had this whole year. Very crisp. You can taste the minerals. It's a little bit sweet and very refreshing and satisfying. Next time I'm gonna bring a 5-gallon bucket. We have blue hydrangeas mixed in here. I don't know why I'm so excited about that, but I don't know, I just like blue flowers. I feel like they're kind of uncommon. Another waterfall that just looks too good to be true. So this place is called the Tiger Spring, and they have very nice tiger statues. Very nice ponds. What is that? Very fascinating. What is this? Oh, it's a big pond. Oh, lily pads.
看这么久了呀，都看完了，都数都数清楚了几只鱼。
This is what vibes are made of, you guys.
有40只。
Oh my gosh, is that a turtle? A turtle, guys. Amazing. That's the thing about living here in Hangzhou is there's always another crazy place that you just haven't been to yet. And it's not just Hangzhou, it's the surrounding cities too. Shanghai, Suzhou, Shaoxing, Ningbo. It's just a big infinite metropolis that never ends. Look at this tree, it's being held up by this metal frame. You can see inside the trunk. It's split down the middle of the trunk. Still cute though.
鱼来吃了，大鱼吃得了。
这个鱼配上去好漂亮啊！
So this is the Chinese version of Smokey the Bear. It says, do not use lighters in the scenic area. And it even has a surveillance robot. I miss Smokey the Bear, I'll be honest. But I'm not complaining because we are in a beautiful, beautiful bamboo forest. Look how nice it is, guys. I'll hike all the way up. Being from Utah, you know, the only thing to do there is hike. That's the funnest thing we have, basically, and skiing and rock climbing and boating on the lake. And aside from that, you know, like the man-made fun options are pretty typical average American stuff. So we make our own fun and we go up in the mountains and we hike a lot. So yeah, I guess I grew up being a pretty seasoned hiker, but I swear every time I come to somewhere with a ton of steps, and there's a lot of them in China, I just get winded. Like in Kung Fu Panda, that part of the movie where he climbs up the steps and he gets to the top and just collapses. No exaggeration, folks. That's kind of how it is sometimes. So if you come to China, make sure you wear comfortable shoes and do your cardio. It's been about 6 minutes on the steps since the last clip and still no end in sight. All I can say is the view better be a banger. It's always fun to climb to the top of one of these hills and see the city all around you. So let's see what's up ahead. Now the end is in sight. I'm arriving at the top. Looks like there's a nice little tower up here. So we'll scamper up those spiral steps and see our view. The view at the top of the tower did not disappoint. It completely lived up to my expectations, with one side having beautiful mountains and a few small villages. The clouds were also so nice on this overcast day, and I am very glad I decided to walk all the way up to the top of those stairs. I kind of went to this place with no plans, so I had no idea the layout or where I was going. It was just me exploring. It was really fun to see the nature contrasting with the city and seeing all of the buildings built up right against the Chentang River, which is one of the landmarks of Hangzhou in addition to the West Lake. So that's the Binjiang district across the river. And over here, on the other side of these hills, is the West Lake right there. Beautiful, beautiful clouds, you guys. And a little village right in the middle. Anyways, I guess I'm gonna wrap up the video there. It was really fun to go here and to show you guys this. I am happy to be making these videos as often as I can, and I'm basically making them with the goal to give my friends and family more insights into what my life is like here. So friends, family, and anyone else watching, thank you for watching. Love you so much, and like and subscribe for more videos in the future.